All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another amazing episode here on the Train How to Live Strong podcast. Today we have a great episode, and I cannot wait to just break this up and open it up and dissect every type of avenue we can whenever it comes down to why your diet or nutrition lifestyle is not working for you. We'll actually even specify into diet, and I know y'all know that I don't like saying diet, but I'm gonna say diet today because majority of the times people are wanting to look for something that's new, right? What can I do next that's going to help me achieve the body and health goals that I want? I'm going to go research the diet. What is the next upcoming diet? What can I do to help my body? What did this person do that I can do as well because they got results? How can I do the same thing so that I can get results like them? Now, first and foremost, I want you to understand that your body is unique to yourself. There's only going to be things that work for you. If something works for something else, for someone else, that is not 100% guaranteed that it's going to work for you. If that person followed a nutrition plan and they got incredible results, they got incredible results. Yes, you could potentially also get some incredible results, but it's not going to be because of the same reasons as they got their incredible results. Maybe their deficit was good enough to the point to where that diet helped them on a great scale, helped them great, right? Helped them lose weight. Not only that, but whenever they bounce back, as in they get out of the deficit and start going to a maintenance level, they didn't gain an incredible amount of weight back. Okay. Because obviously, whenever you diet, you're in a deficit. Whenever you get out of a deficit and you go back into eating regularly or you go back to a maintenance phase, if you know what a maintenance phase is and you get there, and I've talked about maintenance phases, surpluses, deficits in multiple episodes. So just make sure you go check some of the episodes out of the other ones below this one. I think like 190 in the 190s, I talk about deficits, surpluses, maintenance phase, all that stuff. But whenever we talk about maintenance phase, it's understanding how many calories that you burn throughout your day, as in naturally your resting metabolic rate. When you add your workouts, your training sessions to that as well, and then just you being, who you are, your movement, your workload, all the other stuff, how many calories you burn a day, and hitting that line. Now, if you burn 2,500 calories a day, including your workout, all that stuff, that does not mean you have to hit 2,500. Okay, you don't have to hit dead on. That's going to be, I think, almost impossible. But if you're around that area, maybe like you have a 50 caloric or 100 caloric kind of like tolerance, like you're below, maybe you're above, you want to stay between that and stay on your maintenance level phase. But majority of the time, people get out of their diet and they say, okay, I got some incredible results. Let me not go back to eating how I was, but I don't need to follow this meal plan. I kind of understand what I'm doing now. And they start doing that and maybe put them too much into a surplus or put them at the maintenance level, but they're not doing it correctly. So they begin to see the weight come back on again. All right. Now, the majority of the time, someone can get a great diet and it works phenomenal for them. And then they understand the maintenance phase, or maybe they're being coached by someone. And then now they understand how to eat at that new weight level, at that new activity level, at that new them, right? Their improved metabolism, their improved metabolic rate, their mature everything has been improved. How can they maintain that level and keep it sustainable? They understand that, they get it. Now someone else who wants to copy that and say, hey, they got results, let me try that. They do it, they lose weight, they go back to eating regularly, or they go back to understanding nutrition, and they want to kind of get away from this diet, not be on a structure. And then they start to think, hey, I can do this. I know what this is. And they start to eat a little bit more of this and eat more of that. And then start to slowly add weight back on, right? And the frustration kicks in. Like, why is this happening to me? I lost 30, 40 pounds and I lost a lot of body fat and I feel great. But now I get off this diet plan and then I start to gain pounds slowly but surely. Like this every week. I'm like a pound heavier, a pound and a half heavier. And then now I feel like I gained 10 pounds back and I feel like I'm going against what I worked so hard for. And then when that happens, then we go back on the diet and then rely on the diet. But then at that point in time, your metabolism, your body has changed. So now that diet doesn't work for you anymore. And then now you start to gain more weight or whatever the case may be. And then there's just everything just starts to happen. Just frustration starts to kick in. You're just like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. And this happens on a regular basis all the time because nutrition is something that we don't understand. And it shouldn't be like that. It's probably one of the most understood, or excuse me, the most non-understood aspects of getting to the best shape of your life. Getting into a good, healthy standpoint, getting into just nourishing your body and giving your body what it needs. Every human body is different. Now, when someone jumps into a diet, that diet is not going to work as perfect as it is for that person. If I customize a diet for somebody and you want to use that diet as well for you, but you are more active, you are maybe a little bit taller, maybe your metabolic rate resting is a lot higher, or maybe even lower, or whatever the case may be, you're going to get different results than that person is. You might even lose muscle. You might even gain muscle. You might even lose fat. You might even gain weight. Who knows what's going to happen? What I'm trying to say is that that specific diet that you found on Google for that your friend found is not going to be the most ideal way for you. Now, what I'm not saying is this: do not try things. Do not try things is what I'm trying to say. If you want to search something or get something or follow someone else's meal plan, if you want to try it out and get into a structure, get into an organized planner in finding times in your days to eat certain foods and to eat a good structure base, that's not, go for it. If you want to try something new, then do it. But everybody has carbohydrate intolerances, low or high. People digest things differently. People have a different metabolism. Everybody has a different metabolic rate naturally. That's why there's different body types, right? And I've talked about this before, right? Endomorph, ectomorph, mesomorph, all these different body types have different intolerances and tolerances towards different foods and as well different training styles. So if you understand your body type, which I talked about in another episode, if you understand your body type and you understand that you're an ectomorph or endomorph or a mesomorph, then as a mesomorph, you understand that you can put a lot of muscle on and you can do it very naturally, very easy. It just comes simple for you. And you got people on the ectomorph side where it's like, I can't, it's hard for me to put on muscle. I can't put on mass. My metabolism is so high and I have a high tolerance for carbohydrates. I can eat carbohydrates and it just burns right through me like freaking, like just by like anything. It just burns so fast, right? Understanding your body type is also very important as well. And it's going to help you in the long run. And like I said, I talked about it in the episode, but if you want to do something with your nutrition and you want to jump onto a diet plan and you want to do this all by yourself, eating for health, eating for results are different things. You want to eat for progress, you want to shred fat, you want to build muscle. It's going to be different than eating for health. And I always talk about, because everybody who listens to the shows, who listens to the podcast, who talks to me in person, they understand and they know, all my clients, right, understand to eat for health is important. And that's something that you should always prioritize. Why? Because losing body fat, building muscle, that is something that is a second step when it comes down to eating for health. If you don't have the right health, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're not going to be able to train the right way. You're not going to be able to perform the right way. You're not going to be able to think the right way, be focused the right way, be aware the right way, have your heart and your brain and your body work together as one to give your body the best health performance that it can every single day for you to perform towards the goals that you want to achieve, towards the things that you want to accomplish in your life. If that is your career, relationships, school, your goals for your body, like all these things, your health has to be in check first and foremost, always. And eating for health is going to be the priority whenever it comes down to you even eating food, because your body is going to give your body what it needs first. Then it's going to give your body what it needs to progress towards where you want to be at. If you want to understand food better, you want to get into a good nutritional relationship with your own food that you have every single day, and you want to copy your friend's diet because they got results, you need to be able to accept that that diet plan is going to work for them, might not work for you. It's going to work for them. It might work for you too. Once you're done, they might not gain weight. You might. If you follow a nutrition plan, it might affect them in a great way, but it might affect you in a bad way. They might be improving their metabolic rate. You might be damaging, and you both are getting results still, but you're forcing your body to eat at a low caloric deficit than that person is. See, there's so many different things. This is why it's so important for you just to find what works for you. Figure out what your body can handle, figure out what your body needs, and then go from there. I think we get so wrapped up on, I want results now. And I know, because we all do. People get frustrated, and I understand this frustration. It's hard for me to put on mass, to get stronger, because I have a body type where I have a naturally fast metabolism. And I know a lot of people out there are like, well, it must be nice to be freaking thin. Like, it must be nice to have this and that. You know, I talked to a guest speaker a while ago, and we came into a little topic, a little conversation of that feeling of being thin and always being thin and having a hard time putting on weight, and having the other people, right? The other side of the people where they're overweight and it's really hard for them to get thinner, to lose weight, to get to where they want to be at on a body scale wise, or body image, or whatever it is that they're trying to achieve. If you don't like how you look and you don't like how you feel, then you don't like how you look and you don't like how you feel. It's that simple. People who are struggling with being super thin and wanting to put shape onto their body, wanting to put on some sort of sculpt, wanting to put on mass so they can look confident and feel beautiful or feel sexy or whatever it is, or even a guy trying to put on mass so they can feel masculine and feel strong and look masculine and all the other stuff. You know, it's just as the same as someone trying to lose weight to get into the jean size that they want to be in, to lose weight so that they don't have all these things that they look at in the mirror and they hate. It's all the same. It's all the same. We're all trying to get into a position to where we feel happy and confident. But for me, it's hard to put on mass. And for me to understand that, I understand that my metabolic rate is fast naturally. And then I train and then I work all day. So I'm burning, ladies and gentlemen, all day, getting close to 3,500 calories a day. So for me to put on muscle mass, for me to put on any sort of weight, to get stronger in the gym, to get my PRs a little bit higher, I got to eat a good 200 to 300 caloric surplus of what I'm burning. So I'm almost at 4,000 calories a day. And now this is not just food. I'm not just trying to search for ways to get calories in my body. I'm looking for good, nourishable carbohydrates, proteins, and fatty acids that I can give inside my body so I can stay healthy. I can get progress. I can feel great. I can, have brain focus, brain awareness, all that good stuff. Keep my blood level strong, keep my oxygen level strong, keep everything strong inside my body, and also get progress at the same time. Right. And that's what we should all be striving for. Back in the day when I first started, I thought, hey, if I'm burning 3,500 calories, I need to eat 4,000 calories of anything. And that consisted of loads of Taco Bell. And because of loads of Taco Bell, I did put on mass, but it wasn't great mass. It wasn't just, it was just mass. I just looked like I was just getting bigger, like just big. Like that was it. But I wasn't getting fatter, but I never had definition. And that was what the struggle was. So whenever I started to figure out more about nutrition, it's more about proteins, carbs, and fats, and which ones to kind of move around and how to zigzag diet and all the other stuff. Then I started dialing into how I can get into a surplus and a deficit and a maintenance level and stay in those little areas to where I can gradually build muscle here for the next 2-3 months. I can stay at a maintenance level. I can be at a deficit if I want to see more definition, and then kind of jump back to a surplus. And I understand these things now. This is why it's important for you to understand them. This is why it's important for you to learn these things and to not just follow some diet because the magazine cover says, hey, this chick lost 50 pounds in 8 weeks. You can do the same. Losing weight in such a fast time is a very big shock to the body. You didn't gain 50 pounds in 8 weeks. How are you going to lose 50 pounds in 8 weeks? You gained weight over a period of time. And that period of time could have been 5 years, 10 years, whatever the case is, however long it was that got to you to this point. I'm not saying that's how long it's going to be for you to lose weight. But if you gradually put on weight in a span of 5 years, don't expect all that weight to come off in the span of 4 weeks. All right. You're going to see incredible results coming from inflammation first. You're going to see a lot of gut health start to improve. And that's where inflammation is going to start to drop from. Then you're going to start to see a lot of stuff with your water weight. Then you're going to see a lot of different things with building muscle, shredding fat, body composition. And that's going to be a little bit of time. Might be 8 months, 9 months, might be a whole year. But to think that it took you 5 years to gain weight, only 1 year to lose all of it, that is incredible. And then to not only just understand that, but to also look in the mirror and see that you look better than whenever you started initially gaining weight those 5 years, the very first day. That is powerful because now you understand movement. Now you understand rest. Now you understand health. Now you understand nutrition and food. The reason why your diet's not working for you because it's not for you. It's for somebody else. And you want to copy them because they got results. And yes, there's great meal plans out there. There's great things that are going to work for you. They're going to work for you. But like I said earlier, just because it worked for someone, it could work for you and you're going to see results. But your deficit could be 600. That person's deficit could be 250. And because your deficit is so extreme, now your metabolic rate is going to have to drop to that. So now your surplus is going to be a lot higher than that other person. And even though you might think that you're in a maintenance level, you could possibly be in a surplus. Now, this is why it's important for you to understand your body and understand how you can get something that works for you. A sustainable, a sustainable sustainable results, ladies and gentlemen, sustainable results are something that we should strive for. If you get a program that is sustainable, that you can do without even like suffering, without even being like, oh, I can't, I want, like, why do I gotta train today? Or why do I gotta eat this bull crap? Or what I just can't no more. I'm tired of drinking all this water and all this other stuff, whatever it is. And now don't get me wrong, it's discipline. You're gonna have to discipline yourself and get your body and get your mind right and get your eye on the prize and not accept defeat. Always push through and not let failure be something that's gonna hold you down, but something that you're gonna learn from. But when it comes down to this, you need to find just what works for you. Sustainable programming creates sustainable results, which then creates a sustainable lifestyle that you can maintain for the rest of your life. Understanding these things is what's going to help you. Don't just follow a meal plan or a diet program because somebody got some badass results and you want the same thing. And maybe even that was your friend and they're like, hey, try this diet plan. You try it and it just ruins meal planning for you, ruins your relationship with food, puts you into a indulgent phase where now you gain that weight back plus some. Don't just follow things because you see results. And have someone explain to you what this is. Have someone explain to you why you got to eat in a deficit for this long and then a maintenance phase for this. Understand what you're doing and how you're doing. Understand what carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are. You need to create a good relationship with these foods that we have every single day, with all the vegetables that we eat, all the good meats that we eat, all the good fatty acids that we eat. Understand what this does inside your system and how it gives you what you want. And there's tons of fad diets out there, right? There's tons of different things you could do. You have like the carnivore, you have vegetarian, vegan, you got freaking keto, you got low carb, you got zigzag, you got all this other stuff that you can follow. And yes, it gets very saturated, it gets very confusing, but start from square one. Like I say all the time, start to just add some vegetables to your plate. Start to just put more healthy things inside of your plates that are going to give your body what it needs. Start drinking more water. Simply drink more water. That's awesome. Once you start to feed your body these things, you're going to see that your body begins to change and it becomes more addicted to the great things that it wants. It becomes more attracted to the good foods that it needs. Then you start to lose attraction for all the processed foods, all the processed carbohydrates, all the high sugary drinks. You have to lose focus for those things because your body never needed that in the first place. It needed this, needed good food, needed good hydration. And you are the one that pushed it towards the other aisle, which is, if you don't know anything better, then it's not your fault. Okay. But once you understand these things, it is your fault because now you know you make the choices every single day. It's important for you to understand what your body needs, give it what it needs, and then you can also have things that you want, right? I'm not saying being a freaking diet plan for the rest of your life. I'm saying understand how to feed your body and how to fuel your body. There's different ways, there's different things that you can handle. And your body is an amazing machine, truly is. But your diet's not working for you because it's either not for you, you're not disciplined enough to stay focused and dialed into what you want, and it's just not sustainable. You need to find something that works for you. Stop following all these things on Google and don't give your meal plan 2 weeks. Give it 2 months. Give it time. Give it time and energy and focus and discipline and determination. Give it structure. Just give it time to do what it needs to do. Your body's not going to change in 1 week. Your body's not going to change in a day. You might see some incredible results in 1 week, and then you might plateau for two, and then you might start getting results again for the fourth. It's important for you to stay true to what you're doing. Stay true to what you're doing, and just because you haven't gotten results as fast as you wanted in 3 months does not mean you're not going to get to where you want to be at in the next 6. You need to stay focused on what you want. Stay focused to the meal plan. Stay true to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, today I hope I talked to you. I hope I gave you some value. I hope I gave you something today. If you are like, dude, I'm like, my diet plan just hasn't been working. I don't understand. My best friend lost 50 pounds. I only lost 5. What is going on? I hope today I talked to you. I gave you some sort of education, some knowledge, something. If I gave you something and I gave you some value, all I ask you is simply share it to your best friend, your gym buddy, your mom, dad, cousin, uncle, someone. If you know someone right now who is suffering with nutrition, trying to figure out what plan works for them, and they just on Google, their freaking Google search bar is the next fad diet, how to lose 10 pounds in 2 hours, how to lose this and that. Like, if they are having trouble, share this episode out with them. The more people will get to listen to these episodes, y'all, the more lives we can all change together. And that's all we're trying to do here, trying to inspire people to believe in themselves. Imagine if you can understand food to the key, to like down to the freaking molecule of every single carbohydrate, protein, calorie, everything that goes inside your system. Understand every sort of ounce that comes into nutrition. If you understood that, you have absolute full control over your body through sickness, through health, through progression, performance, strength, muscle building, fat loss. You have the absolute power over all that. That is what's going to help you to believe in yourself so you can achieve the goals that you want in any part of time in your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you know how we do it over here. I'm your host, Coach Matt. Get out there, train hard, and live strong. Peace.